All right, let's go to our first story. You know, without appearing to sound off, I dare say that our country is becoming a strike-weary country. In Imo State, Organized Labour declared a strike after the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Ajaero, an indigene of the state, was allegedly brutalized by agents of the state government. Now, the National Industrial Court had issued a temporary injunction prohibiting the NLC and TUC from embarking on any action. Workers in the state have shunned the strike order as the workers, stormed Government House in Owerri in solidarity with Governor Hope Uzodinma. Now, let's share that moment with you, please. Watch on.
I'll start first by thanking you. For your kindness, for your understanding. Even though we've been able to achieve some things, it's still work in progress. I want to return the dignity of civil service. We will not stop. We have done the promotion. You were supposed to start receiving your salary last month. But the civil servants, the committee, almost quarreled with me because I asked, where is the new salary? Where is the new salary? I'm sure the chairman of Civil Service Commission must have told you. I'm sure the head of service must have told you. Now, let me tell you one thing that singled you out for commendation. When politicians had nothing to accuse me of, then I said I'm making case on your behalf that I'm going salaries. I asked them, who are the complainants? Up to now, they have not shown me the complainants. So, all this is just politics. But let me tell you, before I leave my government, people will be struggling to be a civil servant. Outside the statutory responsibility of government, it is not about paying salary. It's about helping you to grow your career. When you are due for promotion, you should be promoted. At the end of the month, your salaries should be paid to you. At the end of the year, you should receive your 13th month. Anything that will make civil service good, government will do. When I started minimum wage, you didn't go on strike before I did it. When they removed fuel subsidy, I increased to 40,000. You did not go on strike before I did it. When I brought 13th month, you did not go on strike. So the man telling you to go on strike now, what is the offense? A marriage that is working, can you seek for divorce? This marriage, is it not working? It's working. So I want to thank you for coming. The victory is your victory. So I thank you, I'm very happy for you. And I want to continue to cooperate and collaborate. And we shall work together. And together we will build a new Imo. Don't be afraid.
All right, CK, I must start with you.
Why?
That's your state, that's your governor. Tony, politics has become so expensive in my country that you think it's so expensive to be defeated. So that's your governor's reaction.
Yes, citizen. Is the marriage not working?
Yeah, there's no divorce, so it's working.
Good, so that's what he said. So a marriage that is working, there's no need for divorce. Yes, it's good to hear that. But on a more serious note, the issue and what is happening in Imo State is, to some kind of, it's not a palatable one to some of us, so those of us from Imo State, apart from being a journalist. I'm not feeling happy about what is going on. But from all indication, it seems that we are getting to the end of the tunnel as far as this issue is concerned. I personally, over and over again, will say...
Are you seeing a light at the end of that tunnel?
Yes, I will give you reasons. I say that I personally condemn the act of brutality meted out to the president of NLC in Imo State, for whatever reason. That ought not to happen. Unfortunately, I was in Imo within that period because I was attending the conference of senior police officers from the rank of commissioners of police to IGP that held in Imo State for 3 days. And that happened. And quite unfortunate also that nobody has been brought to book. But report coming in this
Nobody
afternoon,
has been
brought to book.
Okay.
But report coming in this afternoon from the office of the National Security Advisor, Ribadu,
yes,
says that those behind that act have been arrested. That is the latest report coming out this afternoon through a press release from his office. So that has been put in place. Secondly, you know that the Inspector General of Police, Kaude Egbetoku, also constituted a committee to look into what happened in Imo and, if possible, bring all those that were involved to book. So that is why I was saying I am looking at end of lights at the end of the tunnel. But all in all, the question I ask myself is that why add this strike as it is it something that is worth it? My personal opinion.
Okay.
Is it right at this point in time as well? My personal opinion is that this strike is not necessary. And why did I say so? The fact that, yes, the president of NLC, like every other Nigerian, have a right to protest. That has been taken care of. The Constitution, 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has taken care of that. And no single Nigerian needs a permit to protest in Nigeria. That has been decided up to the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Remember in the days of protests in Lagos, in Yaba, Ganifa and the rest, when they were assembling in Yaba, you see police come around, start against it that they didn't have the permit. That has been settled. So you don't need any police permit to protest in as much as possible. In fact, what has been decided is that the police should provide security for those protesting so that it will be as peaceful as possible. Where police can only interject is where it gets out of hand. But when it comes to the issue of protest, you can only start, you don't know how to end.
Yeah. We
saw what happened during the EndSARS. But coming to this, I personally feel that this was not necessary for now. I thought that the NLC president should have waited.
No, but let me clear one thing. Okay. Are you telling me you do not require a permit to go on strike?
You don't? No.
Okay.
Protest. Oh. Protest. I'm talking of protest.
Strike. No, protest, strike.
There's a difference between strike and protest.
Okay.
Protest, you do not need a permit. You don't need.
Should you inform the police that you are going on a protest, or?
If you like, you inform the police. You don't like, you don't inform the police. What? But the fact, the essence of informing the police, as I said, is to be able to protect, bring some kind of protection for you, so that it will not be hijacked. But that you need police permit, no, that is...
Chris, Tony is one of us, but he's also a lawyer, so he knows what he's saying. Yes. But how do you react to it?
Yes, really, you don't need a permit to protest as a citizen of the country. But let's go back to Imo. What's going on in Imo? I don't really... I'm not getting it clear yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because
what's not clear? What's not clear to you?
For instance, the clip we just watched.
That the marriage is working.
It's not real. It's not working.
How do you know it's not working?
It's not working because, according to you, the reason. What reason?
Okay.
Okay. I know the crisis started in Imo. Based on the fact.
Tony, there's a little problem with your mic. We are working seriously on it. But in the intervening period, we'll join, Jide is joining us electronically. So we say good evening to Jide. How are you?
Good evening, Citizen Jones and the gang.
All right then. how do you react to the situation, the unfolding situation or scenario in Imo State?
The Imo situation is a unique one in a way. We have the NLC president purporting to fight for labor in the state, purporting to put the affairs of the NLC in Imo State, purporting to make their matter a priority. And clearly, labor leaders and their members are in bed with the governor of the state. So, whom really are you fighting for? And that is why many people believe that this issue is political and that Ajaero is just misusing his powers as the NLC president. But in Imo State, public schools were open, and they actually worked for half a day. Imo State University open. Civil servants went to work. The secretariat was really bubbling, and most banks also opened, although they also didn't work for the normal full hours, perhaps precautionary in case things degenerate later in the day. So we have a situation in which the state where the strike should have been most effective, where compliance with the directive of the NLC should have been fully 100%, where there should have been 100% compliance with the directive of the NLC, is a state where you actually would not know that there was any strike. Even the airport in Owerri, people were flying, no disruption at all. So all along, this is an unpopular strike. And to worsen matters, to show just how irresponsible some people are in the labor movement.
Yeah, we're listening.
Have the national grid shut down. As we speak now, there is complete.
Looks like we're having glitches there. Okay.
I've been shut down as we speak. So you cannot, electricity workers cannot go on strike. It is against the law. If we have labor leadership that is encouraging electricity workers to go on strike, it means that they are a lawless bunch, and something has to be done. The last time people tried to do this or did this, they went to jail. It's like police going on strike. If this kind of situation continues and we have lawlessness on our hands, we will find ourselves in a situation in which the army will go on strike, the police will go on strike. The law does not permit electricity workers to go on strike. Well, here is Ajaero leading electricity workers to go on strike. It's not the first time. It's not the first time, it's wrong. It happened in Kaduna, they shut the grid. Now we've been told that 33 kVA lines have been shut. Businesses inevitably will suffer as a result of this. When they picketed the airports the other day, the private airlines, they suffered. What is the business of private airlines with the strike? Because an NLC chairman was beaten. You cannot suffer a whole country because your chairman was beaten or your president was beaten. It is wrong. So
all right.
I just hope that they'll be able to appeal to these people to allow reason to prevail. We can't run a country like this. It makes no sense.
Okay. All right, Jide, we'll get back to you. Tony, to err is human. To blame it on somebody else is politics. Did you get that?
That's what it's looking like. I would have, you see, would have averted this whole strike if the state government had done the needful by simply apologizing. I will never subscribe to the fact that the chief labor officer in Nigeria, irrespective of the personality, was beaten blue, black. And then nothing happened. It's not proper.
No, but he has told you the folks supposedly behind it have been arrested.
No, I saw one in that clip.
You don't trust that?
Clip, the special advisor to the governor on special duty. It was in that clip. I said this clip was taken last week because the NLC just said today that the culprits have been arrested.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying one. So let's be realistic. If
Okay.
you want to get this country running properly, things must be done properly.
Yeah.
You cannot beat up because if you allow it to slide, it will happen. I'm not particularly interested in the occupier of the office, the personality, his political leaning or otherwise. It's irrespective at this point. The fact is that he was beaten, and what a responsible state government ought to have done is to first and foremost, just as the Inspector General of Police said, I think 5 days after this whole thing, that investigation has been launched. But it goes beyond that. I've listened to the governor twice. He jokes about it. It's wrong. Politics is not everything. Politics is not everything at all. So that's why I have a problem with this.
Yeah.
We're talking about...
Let me say one thing. You may not like it,
Okay.
but I'll say it all the same. CK also hear it. Common sense is not a gift, but a punishment, because you have to use it with millions of others who don't have it. So it's my country, your country.
Yes.
So we keep watching and waiting.
Yes.
We keep watching... Oh, sorry.
Yes, citizen.
Yeah.
Yes, just to aid Tony, the governor came out to apologize.
I saw that. That's why
Good. Yeah, I'm just coming. The governor came out to apologize. He did that on the national TV a few days ago. And he said that what happened shouldn't have happened. Whether it should have been properly handled, I agreed with him. The fact remains, the grace of this matter is that must NLC go on strike based on what happened? That is my own personal feeling.
Okay.
And I said, no. You know why? Because we have a much, much bigger elephant in the house.
Yeah.
The issue of don't forget that the TUC and NLC also issued a 7-day ultimatum to the federal government to meet its demand, or else it will go on strike. This strike is because of what happened in Imo. Does it mean that after this strike, or what, in the next 7 days again, they are going to call Nigerians out again for another strike on the palliative?
Gentlemen, no, we can't dissipate energy on it. We have other stories to take.